Leaked memo shows how Microsoft is communicating to their managers about the widely reported layoffs. Microsoft plans to lay off 10,000 employees over the next 3 months. And there is a guide that has supposedly been leaked. I don't know if it was leaked on purpose. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? I'm not a conspiracy theorist at all. I don't think this is a conspiracy. So I don't know if somebody got a hold of this and a manager just decided to share it, hoping that Microsoft would get some heat, or if somebody high up the food chain said, this is going to make us look very nice. Because listen, Microsoft leaders are paying attention to the headlines. They're seeing all this ridiculous stuff where people are laying people off. We talked about Google the other day, how Google was laying people off in the middle of the night, not even telling them what's going on. Google employees were showing up to offices, and the way they were finding out whether they were laid off or not is if their key fob still worked, for the love of everything that's holy. So, the company, as of the date of this article, which was last week, had notified 1,000 employees. So all 10,000 have not been notified. So this is obviously something they're rolling out. So Microsoft, and I've got it here in my hands. This is a Business Insider article. And I'm not going to read the entire thing, but I'm going to call out a few things. And what do you think about this? First of all, before I read some of the things, bravo to Microsoft for trying to be thoughtful. I don't know if this is a PR stunt. I don't know that this thing got leaked, but bravo on them for at least trying to act like human beings communicating to other human beings. 4 things you can do, says the memo. This is from the CEO of Microsoft. Show empathy and compassion. That's the first thing of the 4. Second, keep a pulse on team morale and make yourself available to team members. And I'm shortening these lines. Third, be willing and ready to address the topic of workforce impacts verbally as needed. Fourth, explain that well-being resources are available for those employees that need support during and after a job elimination event. Those are the 4 things you can do. And then they went on to say, under messaging, here are some sample statements. Let me acknowledge the anxiety that people may be feeling. Another statement, as a company, we must continually ensure we are aligning the right resources to the right opportunities. That's corporate speak for, hey, we're just doing the best we can to run Microsoft the best way possible. I recognize, another statement, I recognize how hard it can be during periods of change and uncertainty. Another statement, as we look at the next few months, we have so much opportunity in front of us. Our success must be aligned to the world's success, which means every one of us has the opportunity to find new ways of serving our mission, living our values, and helping our customers navigate these challenging times. I'm not going to read the rest of it. Then they do social media guidance for leaders and managers, like be thoughtful what you post on social media. So there you go. Kind of a boilerplate. Okay, what's right? What do I think is right about what Microsoft is doing here? 1, intentionality. 2, not just assume that managers and leaders within the organization are going to act the right way and treat people with dignity. So here's what we are suggesting. Please be mindful. Please do these 4 things. I like the intentionality. Good for them. Good for them. Huge company. 2, another thing they did right. They are focusing on some messaging around the heart of the people that they're laying off in 2 areas that I saw. 1, act with empathy was the encouragement. Let them know that there are some resources that we're providing. We know this is difficult. That kind of messaging. So they are, again, there's intentionality, but then they are focusing on, please care for and be empathetic to the people that you have to lay off, and then to the ones that are left behind. The ones that are left behind, hey, they're going to have some anxiety and wondering, are they next? Well, what happened to me in 6 months? This kind of idea. So those are two things I see that they've got right. What do they get wrong? For all of the positive suggestions, the suggestion with all the corporate speak about, hey, we're just doing the best we can. We have to adjust to the world. Listen, can I just tell you something, leaders? If you got to lay somebody off, manager, only focus on the person's heart, their anxiety, their worries, their fears, their doubts, benefits that they may be getting as a result of leaving, other resources that you're offering them. Don't try to explain anything other than what they ask you to explain. So if they say, why was I laid off? Answer that question. But don't go into this corporate spin. Why would you do that? They don't care. You just laid them off. They don't care that you're being a good steward of the company. Trust me, they don't care. And not only do they not care, I'm not sure they believe that statement anyway. Listen, I'm going to be empathetic for a moment for somebody that's going through a mass layoff like this. Let me actually illustrate this by reading this again. All right, imagine being someone who's laid off. Big company, global company, wealthy company, very profitable company, Microsoft. Your manager says something like this to you. This is from their memo. Decisions impacting our workforce are especially difficult because they impact people and people's lives, our colleagues and friends. It's important that we continue to support each other during this transition. Leaning into our culture. Oh, sorry, I'm reading the wrong one. Sorry, folks. But that's a decent one there. This is what they were recommending that they understand. Where is that at? Oh, this one right here. Here we go. Okay. As a company, we must continually ensure we are aligning the right resources to the right opportunities. We are living through times of significant change, and we must strive to deliver short-term results while investing in long-term opportunity. Okay, so now imagine that you're sitting there, you've just been laid off, and that's what they're telling you. They're kind of giving you the corporate spin on why we're having to cut 10,000 jobs. Very well written, but it's just corporate spin. They don't care. And here's what I'm thinking. I'm going, okay, so we must strive to deliver short-term results while investing in long-term opportunity. Well, what short-term results as a result of you not thinking about long-term opportunities caused me and 9,999 other people to get laid off? So here's my point, leaders. Spare them that. Be brokenhearted for them. Look at them in the eye, knee to knee. Be very, very clear and concise. This is really bad. This really sucks. Here are some resources we're going to give you. We're going to help you with this. I'll write this. It's all about trying to ease their pain. And you can only ease someone's pain when you know where they are experiencing pain. When my kid comes running to me, I'll never forget when my kids were little. They'd be toddlers. They couldn't speak very well, but I mean, it's like, when a toddler gets hurt, it's like an anvil fell out of the sky on their head. And it could be a scrape on their finger. But you don't know that. It scares the ever-living snot out of you as a parent. Kid comes running in. Ah! Ah! And you're like, what happened? What in the world? Did your brother stab you? You're like, and then they show you, and it's like a boo-boo. But in that moment, Nathan's living in this right now. In that moment, Nathan is trying to figure out where the pain is coming from. And when he figures out where the pain is coming from and what caused the pain, only then can Nathan help his child ease their pain. Leaders, when you got to lay people off, just be a dad of a toddler.